In this mini lecture, we will examine regional analysis and culture as an abstract concept. Geographers look at cultural diversity through regional analysis. This is a term used to describe the distinctiveness of place and helps the geographer to organize and analyze the complexities of the world. In a region, there is always a characteristic that unifies the area. There are three types of regions: formal, functional, and perceptual. A formal region is an area that is distinguished by either one or more unifying physical or cultural traits and is shown by some type of definable boundary. The textbook uses the example of educational attainment by state, which is a cultural trait, to unify the formal region. In a World Regional Geography class, for example, a formal region would consist of a group of countries where similar physical and/or cultural traits are shared. For example, Southwest Asia and North Africa is usually described as one region. Even though these areas are on two different continents, both areas share similar cultural and physical elements that naturally fit together. An example of a physical trait could be a valley area between two mountain ranges. A functional region is an area unified by a specific economic, political, or social activity. For example, the book uses a college campus. In functional regions, there's at least one node, like the president's office or main building. A school district, water treatment district, and a city or state are other examples of a functional region, like the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or the state of Indiana. A perceptual region is a vague public perception of an area with no formal or functional boundaries. In other words, it is based on what someone would see in his or her mind. The concept of a perceptual region is closely tied to the concept of identity and are personal. For example, the book uses Chickasaw Country. Chickasaw Country is a perceptual region in Oklahoma that is associated with the territory of the Chickasaw Nation. History, politics, recreation, tourism, and even aspects of the physical geography of an area can shape the characteristics of perceptual regions. Other examples are the Midwest or the Deep South in the United States, and globally, such as Latin America. Recently, geographers have been looking at culture as an abstract concept rather than a collection of traits or a set of life habits. The newer concept has three attributes. 1. Culture is a social creation. It's shaped by more than one person and reflects a diversity of factors. 2. Culture is dynamic. It's not fixed, changing, fluid, and can be contested. 3. Culture is a complex system. As people interact, they create culture and reshape cultural at the same time. The textbook uses a gated community as an example of this abstract thinking. The community is unified by its exclusivity. However, there are invisible dimensions of power, identity, or class that shape its culture. Do you think that this would be a higher or lower income community? And what about power? They can keep you out if you don't live there. We have many gated communities like this around here. Can you think of one? What comes to mind when you think of these communities? Please pause the video and answer the following. List and describe a formal, functional, and perceptual region specifically in Virginia. In your own words and using the text as a guide, be thorough and specific with your answer.